Hi guys, my name is Afroze and today I'm going to be creating this beautiful bridal makeup look that is great for any Eastern, any Western bride. So if you guys want to stay tuned with me and see how I create this beautiful look and transform my friend into a 360 bride, then let's just jump into it now.
Okay, first I'm going to begin with an exfoliating toner. So this is just going to take off any dead skin cells and prep her skin. Next, I'm going to go with this serum from The Ordinary. This is a really light one that's going to grip onto the foundation and sit super smooth. I'm now going to apply some under eye cream and just hydrate her under eyes. And I love giving a little massage as well too. Next, we're just applying some lip balm and getting her all hydrated. I'm also going to go in with this primer oil. So you can see I use a lot of hydration for my brides just because we're going to be applying a lot of makeup. So I use my beauty blender just to kind of blend it in. Next, I'm going in with another illuminating highlighter. This one's from Becca, and I just place it on all the high points of the face. And then I'm just going to start blending it in. And I love using my fingers because it warms up the product and it's going to help it melt and just give it that very natural lit within glow underneath the foundation. Next, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I like using this one for the eyelids just because it preps really well and it's going to keep the shadows lasting really long. So I'm just taking a little powder puff and just blending it out. Next, I'm just going to comb up her brows and I'm going to start filling them in with this pomade right here. Now, I love very structured eyebrows on brides just because it's going to give her whole face that definition. So I like to go in little sections, work my way up. I'm going to fill in all the areas where she needs it, so all the little gaps, but still making her brows look as natural but fluffy as possible. Next, I'm going to set her eyebrows with this eyebrow gel from Benefit, and this is just going to lock her brows in place. And I like to go in onto every little hair. Next, I'm going to take this ABH palette. I'm going to start off with this transition color. So I like to start on the outer corner. Now for our bride, the whole look is about blending. So we're going to go in, tap off, add more, tap off, add more. So right now all I'm doing is adding a transition shade and I'm leaving it, bringing it up. Next, I'm going to take this deeper shade right here and I'm going to blend it on the outer corner as well as the inner corner because I'm going to give her a halo eye. So again, working in small sections, bringing it up and really taking your time to blend. Now I'm taking a small tapered brush and I'm just going to fill in the areas and start defining it a little bit more. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other eye, and I like working in sections. Now I'm going to take my concealer again and I'm just going to prep the center of the eyelid, so just to give it that light and just blending it out into the brow. Now I'm going to take this more two golden shadows from the same palette, and I like to pack it rather than swipe it on the lid just because I think the color payoff is so much better and it lasts much longer. So again, tapping motions, and I kind of take it a little bit on to the top of the eyelid. So she has a lot of eyelid space, so I like to bring it a little bit higher. Next, I'm going to take this black shadow and I'm just going to start tight lining or lining her upper lid and just going in little sections. I want it as close to the lash line as possible, and this doesn't have to be super precise, but just enough that we're gonna, when we apply these lashes, it's gonna give her a good base for our liner. Next, I'm taking this Benefit liner and I'm just tight lining again and just kind of filling in from the sides and just going as close to the lash band as possible just to make it a very smooth and clean transition. Next, I'm going to take the black shadow again, and now I'm defining it. So now we're going into little sections and adding where we think we need more definition, and I'm just winging it out with my brush. Now I'm going to start with the skin, so I'm going in with this color corrector from Clinique, and you can see she has a bit of darkness underneath her eyes, but this corrector is like my holy grail. It covers so well, so I'm taking on the areas that she has darkness. Next, I'm going to go in with foundation, and I love this one from Smashbox. It does look a little bit lighter on camera, but it doesn't in person, so when I do contour and stuff, you're going to see it's just going to balance it out. Next, I'm going to take my trusty LA Girl contour. Now what I do is, you see I'm very strategically placing it. I take my time just applying all the areas where I want to be, you know, bringing forward and just bronzing up. So I take my beauty blender again, this one's from Morphe, and I'm again starting to very lightly press it into the skin, and I'll add more where I need it, and then I repeat on the opposite side. I love using cream products before going into powders, just because for a bride it's going to be so much more seamless and it just comes well really great together. Next, I'm going to contour her nose, and I love this brush. I believe this one's from Lorac. It just hugs her nose perfectly and it gives her that perfect snatched nose. Next, I'm taking my Clinique concealer. Again, this one's in the shade medium. I'm just going to take it underneath her eyes just to give it a little bit more coverage, and I'm taking this lighter concealer here to give her a little bit more brightness. Now I'm working in sections, and I'm just going to start pressing it, patting it, and I'm going to blow it out to the side as well as along the sides of the nose, just to snatch that area up and just give it more of that definition on that face. I'm going to highlight the chin, and you know, just bringing the main places forward, the forehead, the chin, a little bit on the nose, and then I'm going to take it down the sides of the face. So I'm really going to be reverse contouring, or you know, concealing by adding that concealer here, so that way her bronzer is going to pop even more. And I'm going to place that, and then again very lightly with a light hand you're just going to start pressing in that concealer, and you're just going to blend until it's blended in completely. Next, I'm taking my Dermablend powder, and I'm going to set her whole entire face. So again, you see I'm going in sections, just kind of not missing any spot. And for a bride, especially since it's a big day for her, she's going to be having her makeup on all day, you really want to set everything in place. Next, I'm going to use this Lorac bronzer, and I'm really going to contour her face up. So what this is going to do is it's going to set that cream contour that we had in place, where it's not going to slip and slide, but also bring that definition back into the face. And now just contour her nose. And next, I'm going to set her face once again, just to keep everything in place before we move on to the under eyes. So now I'm going to take that black color that I did from the Anastasia palette, and I'm just going to start taking an angled brush and just making a line underneath her eyes. I start off in tiny sections and I just blend it out. So I just want an even, kind of like a medium-sized line. And this, I love this type of look for brides, just because it opens the eyes so much and it draws so much attention. And she has beautiful eyes, so it just makes them look more big and round and just so well structured. So I'm going to take it into the inner corners as well. Next, I'm just going to apply some mascara to the bottom lash line. I was also thinking maybe I could have applied some false lashes as well too for the bottom lashes. Next, I'm just applying some blush to the cheeks. I love this color. It's a really pretty rosy pink, and you want to add on a lot of blush because it's going to fade quick. Next, I'm just going to highlight the main points of the face, so just on the sides of the cheek, on the chin, on the temples, and apply some a little bit on the nose and as well as the Cupid's bow. I also highlight the collarbones as well, because that really will be showing in pictures. This technique that I love also doing is contouring the neck as well too. It's going to elongate the neck and give it more structure. Now we're moving on to lips. So I'm just going to line my lips with my KKW lip liner, and I like using a brownish color just because it's going to contour them and give it that definition. I'm just doing a slight overline on her lips, but just really taking my time to structure them. Now I'm taking this pink lipstick. It's a really pretty, you know, pinky neutral kind of tone, and I loved how it fit really well with her dress and the jewels. and taking a lip liner brush, taking your time and really structuring the lips here, because we really want that pout and that smooth lip line. Next, I wanted to add a little bit more color into it, so I added a little bit more brighter pink just in the center to give it a little bit more pop that goes well with the eyes. Now I'm going to set the face one more time. Any areas that I feel a little bit more shine or just that need a little bit more settling to blend everything in. Lastly, we're going to set with our Morphe setting spray, and that is it, you guys. This is the finished look.
Alright, so this draws me to an end of this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave your comments down below of what you thought. And at the end, if you saw, I would put this little snippet of where I changed my model's lip and I added a little bit more black shadow and intensified the shadow. But if you saw, the look completely transformed. So let me know what you guys thought of that down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.